Hello, all of you join. All of you join. Hello, Jagdish. 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 Hello. How Jagdish? Hello. Hello. Mallikarjun. Mallikarjuna. 305. Hello. Mallikarjun. Ravi. Ajad nadu Ajad. Okay, okay.
No, sir. Late.
ఎవరమ్మా మాట్లాడేది?
376.
Okay, okay. 376 up. What is your name?
Sairam, sir.
Hello. Okay, okay. వినపడుతుందా బాగానే?
Yes, sir.
సర్లే అంటే ఏమి లేదు, ల్యాబ్ పోయినసారి వేరే కంప్యూటర్, ఇది ఇంకో కంప్యూటర్, అందుకని అడుగుతున్నా. బాగా ఉంది కదా, క్లియర్గా ఉంది కదా?
క్లియర్గా
ఓకే ఓకే, రైట్. ఓకే, all of you join. So far we have completed one-dimensional heat transfer analysis on a plane wall, composite wall, and that is combined heat transfer by combining in the composite wall by combining conduction and convection heat transfer, and also we have completed radial systems, radial heat transfer analysis on cylinder, heat transfer analysis on sphere. All those has been completed in the last classes. And in the last class I have given the critical thickness of insulation and how do you calculate for cylinder, that is outer radius RO is equal to K by H per cylinder, that is critical radius RO, outer radius RO, critical radius, by using the formula K by H. K is thermal conductivity of the material, insulating material. H is the outside convective heat transfer coefficient, convective heat transfer coefficient. For sphere RO, for sphere RO, outer radius. Okay, okay, I will share the screen now, no problem. I will share. Okay na? Okay, no problem. So all of you join fast. Okay, in the last class So we have discussed critical thickness of insulation, and for cylinder, that is outer radius, critical radius RO is equal to K by H, whereas for the sphere, that is 2K by H, and a derivation has been given in the last class for cylinder, that is outer radius, critical radius RO is equal to K by H, and we have solved two problems. We have solved two problems on the critical thickness. So with that, I am closing one-dimensional heat transfer analysis. For that, systems like composite wall, single plane wall, composite wall, cylinder, sphere, and the critical thickness of insulation. Critical thickness of insulation. Now, next topic, heat transfer. Heat transfer from extended surfaces. This is also very, very important. This is also very, very important. So heat transfer from extended surfaces, we can also call it as FINS, 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 fins. So here, so if you observe the two-wheeler, scooter, or your Hero Honda motorcycle, and if you observe the engine, there are fins are available, aluminum fins. If you observe the engine on the cylinder head or on the cylinder, there are fins are provided. Fins are provided. So whenever the available surface is found inadequate to transfer the required quantity of heat with the available temperature drop and convective heat transfer coefficient. So you are supposed to use fins. So fins are used. For example, convective heat transfer coefficient. For example, take the heat convected. It should be convected out. Heat is to be removed from the engine. Heat is to be removed from the engine. Okay, na? So for that, convective transfer, Q is equal to HA delta T. So available temperature drop with the available temperature delta T and convective transfer coefficient H. But what is the other parameter? Surface area. So you cannot change the temperature drop, that is available drop. You cannot change the convective transfer coefficient for the given environment. But what can be changed? Surface area. If surface area is not sufficient or inadequate, you can increase the surface area. If you increase the surface area, then heat transfer or heat removal rate increases. Heat removal rate increases. Heat removal rate should be, so heat removal rate increases if you increase the surface area. If you increase the surface area, that is Q is equal to HA delta T. In that, for the given H, convective transfer coefficient, and available temperature drop delta T, available temperature drop delta T, and only so other parameter, that is Q is equal to HA delta T, area, surface area. If you increase the surface area, you can remove the more heat, or heat transfer rate can be heat transfer removal rate can be increased. Heat transfer removal rate can be increased. That's why. So you are provide fins, 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 fins. So if you increase the fins, or if you provide the fins by increasing the surface area, so you can remove more heat from the engine. For example, if you take the IC engine, if you take the transformers and radiators, like that. So in any case, if you want to remove the more heat from the engine, for example, from the IC engine, from the radiators, from the transformers, so you are supposed to increase the surface area. For that purpose, if you want to increase the surface area, how to increase the surface area? By providing small thickness items that are known as fins, FINS, fins. So those are the extended surfaces. To increase the surface area, you have to use the fins, that is extended surface area. Okay na? So situations, where do you use this? So fins, where do you use the fins? So economizer for steam power plants. In the steam power plants, economizers, that is also heat exchanger. Heat is to be removed from the economizer, or heat transfer rate to be increased, or sometimes decreasing is required, sometimes increasing is required. So that's why if you want to remove the more heat, you have to increase the surface area. Examples, economizers and radiators of automobiles, radiators already told, and cylinder heads, internal combustion engine cylinder heads, engine cylinder heads, IC engine, just like your motorcycle. If you observe the motorcycle, so pins are provided, and compressors, air compressors. In the air compressors also, intercoolers, aftercoolers, there are fins are provided. So small air compressors, if you observe, the fins are there on the cylinder and the engine head or cylinder head or compressor head. There are fins are provided. So transformers, electrical transformers. If you observe APSCB or electricity board outside, if you go to the transformer location, you can observe fins. The function of the fin is to increase the surface area. If you provide more number of fins, with that you can increase surface area. If surface area is increased, and heat transfer, more heat is removed from the transformer or cylinder head or radiator, like that. So those are the uses of fins or functions of fins to remove the heat by increasing the surface area. But how do you increase surface area? A small thickness fins are provided. Small thickness fins are provided on the engine cylinder head, or on the transformer, on the compressor, on the cylinder head, or on the economizer, like that. So temperature distribution and heat flow. So here there are different types of fins are there. One by one we have to discuss. So here, how do you find out temperature distribution? Whenever if you heat a fin, what is the equation for temperature distribution? How do you calculate heat transfer rate and heat flow? So heat temperature distribution equation to be derived, and heat transfer rate equation Q is to be derived for three different cases here. There are three different types of fins are there. What are those? We'll discuss one by one. We'll discuss one by one. So there are different materials that are being used for fin manufacturing. Aluminum nowadays, to reduce the cost, aluminum fins are used. But in the earlier days, copper fins also used. Copper, COPPE, copper fins also used. But if you use the copper fins, copper material, then the cost increases. Cost increases. Okay, na? Here, the following assumptions are made for the analysis of heat flow through the fin. Here you have to assume something. So here steady state heat conduction only, no unsteady state, only steady state heat conduction. No heat generation within the fin. Internal heat generation is zero. Steady state heat conduction, internal heat generation, no internal heat generation, and uniform heat transfer coefficient, heat transfer coefficient H for the entire surface of fin. So that is H is uniform throughout the fin. Entire surface of the fin, heat transfer coefficient H is uniform, and the material is homogeneous and isotropic fin material. Fin material is homogeneous and isotropic, and that is property. Isotropic property, thermal conductivity K is constant throughout. Thermal conductivity K is constant throughout. And here we are considering only one dimensional heat conduction only. One dimensional heat conduction. And we are neglecting the radiation. Negligible radiation. That's why fins are very, very important in mechanical industry or mechanical thermal systems. We want to increase the heat transfer rate. Sometimes it is not possible with the temperature difference. It is not possible with the temperature difference, and not possible with the sometimes not possible with the that is what is that one, convective transfer H. Q is equal to HA delta T. In that H and delta T. If H and delta T is not possible to change, what is the other thing that can be changed? Surface area. You can increase the surface area. If you increase the surface area, then heat transfer rate can be increased. But how to increase the surface area? By providing a fin, a number of fins. Sometimes number of fins are provided. If you observe your motorcycle engine, all of you observe the motorcycle engine. All of you observe motorcycle engines. If you observe motorcycle, their number of fins are provided. So, but that is heat is transferred from engine to air. Outside convective environment, air. Outside convective environment, air. So heat from the engine to outside air. Okay. There are three types of fins are there here. Long fin. Second one, fin insulated the end. Long fin, first one. Second one, fin insulated the end at the end. Third one, short fin. For each and every fin, you have to derive the temperature distribution equation, and you have to derive the heat transfer rate equation. So first we'll go for the long fin, lengthy fin. Heat flow through the rectangular fin. We are considering only rectangular fin. So fin with uniform cross section. Fin with uniform cross section. This is, for example, this is the IC engine. On the surface of the IC engine, here provide one fin. I am showing here only one fin, and I also exaggerated. So in the, if you observe physically, this may be small length, but so here so I considered a fin of length L and thickness T. All of you observe, length L, thickness T, and width B. This is the engine. Is base TO. At X is, this is length of the fin. Length of the fin L. here x direction, x is equal to 0, temperature T 0 or T naught. Yet x is equal to L, the length if in temperature becomes outside temperature, outside convective environment temperature. Here Q convection and here outside environment air having a convective trans coefficient H and temperature T free stream. This is a wall of the fin or engine wall. So this is the fin length L. At the base temperature T0 and here L is the length of the fin, T is the thickness of the fin, B small b width of the fin, and K thermal conductivity of fin material, and if B is the width, T is the thickness, how do you calculate this area, cross sectional area? B into T, and how do you calculate perimeter? So B plus T plus T, that is this B plus T plus B plus T, perimeter P, 2B plus T plus B plus T, or otherwise 2 into B plus T, perimeter. Now K is the thermal conducting material, and here consider a small element in the fin at a distance x from the base. Thickness of the ear, element thickness dx. What is Qx? Conduction heat transfer entered. Into the element. So heat entered into the element Qx through conduction. What is Qx plus dx? Conduction, heat coming out from the element in the x direction through conduction. So heat entered into the element Qx plus dx, heat leaving from the element in the x, that is conduction, through conduction. But once this is heated from the element, heat is convected out from this small element, heat convected out, Q convection is the heat convected out from the small element of thickness dx, which is located, or which is we are considering at a distance x from the base. And outside environment, Q convection, the outside environment air. So convective transfer coefficient for the convective environment is H. T free stream, temperature of the air or temperature of the fluid. Okay na? Clear? Any doubt? So consider a fin of length L. L is the length of the fin. Let L is the length of the fin. B is the width of the fin. This one. B is the width of the fin. T is the thickness of the fin. T thickness of the fin. P is the perimeter. P perimeter. But how do you calculate perimeter? 2 into width plus thickness. 2 times of width plus 2 times of thickness. If you add all the 4 dimensions, B plus T, again B plus T, then if you add all the 4 dimensions, they will get the perimeter. Next, A, capital A, area of the cross section, B into T. T naught, temperature at the base of the fin, already explained. T naught, temperature at the base of the fin. Temperature at the base of the fin. Next, T free stream, temperature of the surrounding fluid. That is surrounding fluid generally that may be air sometimes, that may be water. But here we take a simple example of motorcycle. Whenever you are riding the motorcycle on the road, what is the surrounding fluid? Air. So surrounding fluid is air. From the engine, cylinder head, fins are provided. From the fins, heat is being transferred from the fins to the outside air. Outside air, AIR. So K is the thermal conductivity of the fin material. The fin material may be aluminum or copper, like the different materials. So fin material, K thermal conductivity fin material. Next, H convect heat transfer coefficient or convective heat transfer coefficient in watt per meter square Kelvin. Consider heat flow to and fro to consider heat flow to and from an element dx thick at a distance x from the base. Here, at a distance x from the base, consider element of thickness dx. Thickness dx. So heat conducted into the element at x. Heat conducted into the element at a given location at a distance x from the base, qx. That is qx. But how do you calculate qx? How do you calculate qx? Already explained. From the Fourier's law of heat conduction, the conduction transfer. From the Fourier's law of heat conduction, qx is equal to minus Ka dt by dx. From the Fourier's law of heat conduction, qx is equal to minus Ka dt by dx at a given location x. Next, heat conducted out of the element at x plus dx. Heat conducted out of the element at x plus dx. That is q. That is q x plus dx. That is, how do we calculate q x plus dx? If you know the qx, that is equal to qx plus d by dx of dt by dx. Sorry, qx qx plus dx is equal to qx plus dx is equal to qx plus d by dx, d by dx of dt by otherwise d by dx of qx into dx. So from the expansion already given, qx plus dx is equal to qx plus d by dx of qx into dx. Qx plus dx is equal to qx plus d by dx of qx into dx. Okay na? So heat that is qx and qx plus dx, and heat convected out of the element between the planes x and x plus dx. Q convection, convection heat transfer, Q convection is equal to HA delta T. HA delta T. This is Q convection. So from this element of thickness dx, heat is coming out. That is known as Q convection. But how do you calculate Q convection? Q convection is HA delta T. Q convection is equal to HA delta T. H delta T. So at any given x, here temperature is assume here temperature T. You assume here in this element it is at a temperature T. But outside a environment, air temperature T free stream. Air temperature T free stream. That's why it is transferred from temperature T to T free stream. Here T temperature T. T2 to T free stream. That's why convective heat transfer equal to H into area into T free T minus T free stream. But area, this surface area, how do you calculate? So perimeter into dx. Perimeter into perimeter. If you calculate perimeter, so the surface area. So perimeter into dx. Perimeter P into dx. The Q convection. Therefore, Q convection. All of listen very carefully. Q convection into HA. That is surface area. The perimeter into dx. perimeter into dx. So h into area, surface area p into dx into temperature difference. The element is at temperature T and outside area outside environment or outside air temperature is or outside fluid temperature is T free stream. That's why T minus T free stream. Applying energy balance. Applying energy balance on the element. Qx is entered into the element. So that is what is the heat that is coming out from the element? Qx plus dx plus and Q convection. So applying the energy balance equation on the element, small element, which is at a distance of x, which is at a distance x from the base, thickness dx. So heat entry Qx, heat leaving conduction Qx plus dx, heat leaving through convection Q convection. That's why applying the energy balance equation, applying the energy balance equation on the small element, Qx is equal to Qx plus dx plus Q convection. That is Qx minus Ka dt by dx at x, that is equal to minus Ka dt by dx at x plus dx plus convection heat transfer Hp dx into T minus T free stream. So using Taylor's expansion, neglecting higher terms as dx tending to 0. So if you consider small, very, very small element of thickness, very small thickness dx, dx tending to 0. So we have, so minus Ka dt by dx is equal to, so Qx plus d by dx of Qx dx. So if you substitute Qx in that, so that becomes minus Ka dt by dx. If you after simplification, second term, so minus Ka d square T by dx square into dx plus this one Hp dx into T minus T free stream. Okay, clear? Qx, this is Qx is equal to Qx plus dx. So Qx plus dx up to second term, neglecting higher terms, up to second term we can take. Then first one Qx plus so d by dx of Qx dx, and if you substitute a Qx value in that and up simplification, finally you get like this. So Qx plus dx is equal to minus Ka dt by dx minus Ka d square T by dx square into dx plus this one convective transfer Hp dx into T minus T free stream. And if you simplify this one, this term and this term get cancelled. Finally, there are two terms only. That is minus Ka d square T by dx square into dx plus Hp dx into T minus T free stream equal 0. But if you take this one left side, that is minus Ka becomes plus Ka plus d square T by dx square into dx. This becomes minus term, that is equal to minus Hp dx into T minus T free stream is equal to 0. I am simplifying this one, that's all, nothing is there. Now dividing both sides by a into dx. From now onward, mathematics only. All of you listen very carefully. Now from mathematics, so differential mathematics. So this is the equation, mathematical equation. Ka so d square T by dx square into dx minus Hp dx into T minus T free stream is equal to 0. So dividing both sides by a into dx, a dx get cancelled, k into d square T by dx square minus HP, the dx get cancelled. HP divided by A, HP divided by A into T minus T free stream is equal to 0. Next, divide by K, further divide by K, then d square T by dx square minus HP by Ka minus HP by Ka into T minus T free stream is equal to 0. This is the final equation, differential equation for long fin. Very, very important. All of you listen very carefully from now onwards. The mathematical equations only. T square T by dx square minus HP by Ka into T minus T free stream is equal to 0. Okay na? Okay na? So the mathematical equation, differential equation for the long fin. So equation is d square T by dx square minus HP by Ka into T minus T free stream equal to 0. The equation number A. Name it as equation number A. Now, here T minus temperature distribution, T minus T free stream, temperature difference, T minus T free stream. So this is temperature is varying from x is equal to 0 to x is equal to L. Along the length of the fin, temperature is variable, varying. That's why variable temperature. That's why let theta, temperature in terms of theta, we are converting T in terms of theta. Let theta, T minus T free stream is equal to theta, or otherwise theta is equal to theta is equal to T minus T free stream. And if you differentiate this one, d theta by dx is equal to and dt by dx. So T free stream, outside air temperature, outside fluid temperature or free stream temperature, assumed a constant for a given value of T free stream. By assuming constant, temperature of the constant, differentiation of the constant 0. That's why here variables, one is theta, here variable T, temperature T, and T free stream constant. That's why from this relation theta is equal to T minus T free stream. From this relation d theta by dx, differential with respect to x, the x direction, theta is varying in x direction. That's why d theta by dx is equal to dt by dx. And first differentiation, second differentiation d square theta by dx square is equal to d square t by dx square. Thus d square theta by dx square minus so here you substitute this one d square theta for d square t by dx square, you substitute in this equation. By substituting this value in the equation number A, therefore d square t by dx square becomes d square theta by dx square minus t minus t free stream theta, minus m square. What is m? Where m is equal to root hp by ka. Here hp by ka. So hp, if you assume m is equal to root hp by ka, let us assume m is equal to square root of hp by ka. Then hp by ka is equal to m square. hp by ka is equal to m square into t minus t free stream. What we have assumed it as theta. That's why this equation A equation becomes as d square theta by dx square minus m square theta is equal to 0. So this is equation A in terms of t. This is the equation B in terms of theta. Where m is equal to root hp by ka. Here equations, all are observe very carefully. Equations A and B. Equations A and B represent a general form of the energy equation, heat energy equation, equations A and B. This is equation A, this is equation B. Equations A and B represent a general form of the energy equation for one dimensional heat, for one dimensional heat dissipation from an extended surface. Extended surface means fin, from an fin, year long fin. So what is the general solution for this equation? D square theta by dx square minus m square theta is equal to 0. So what is the general solution? Then the general solution of the linear and homogeneous second order differential equation. This is the homogeneous linear second order d square theta by dx square second order differential equation. So d square theta by dx square minus m square theta is equal to 0. If you observe from the mathematical principles, what is the solution? Theta, from that, how do you get the theta from this? Theta is equal to C1 plus C1, sorry, theta is equal to C1 into e power mx plus C2 into e power minus mx. From the mathematics, if your equation is d square theta by dx square minus m square theta is equal to 0, the general solution theta is equal to C1 e power mx plus C2 e power minus mx. What is theta again? T minus T free stream. We have defined theta as T minus T free stream is equal to C1 e power mx plus C2 e power minus mx. C2 e power minus mx. So this is the solution for this equation. D square theta by dx square minus m square theta is equal to 0. So boundary conditions. One boundary condition. At x is equal to 0, what is temperature? Temperature T is equal to T naught. At x is equal to 0, the base of the fin. All of you mute your phones, cell phones. At x is equal to 0, temperature T is equal to T naught. Already given. So theta is equal to theta naught. At x is equal to 0, theta is equal to theta naught. But theta naught, T is equal to T naught. That's why. So theta naught is equal to T naught minus T free stream. At x is equal to 0. That is one boundary condition. Other boundary condition depend upon the physical situation of the fin. Case 1. First case, the fin is infinitely long and temperature when the when the length of the fin is very, very long. When the length of the fin is very, very long and the temperature at the end of the fin is essentially that of the surrounding fluid, or if the length of the fin is very large, temperature at x is equal to L, temperature at x is equal to L is temperature of the outside fluid, So one boundary condition, first boundary condition, at x is equal to 0, T is equal to T naught. The R at x is equal to 0, theta is equal to theta naught. And second boundary condition, at x is equal to infinity, or lengthy fin, infinitely long. At x is equal to infinity, T is equal to T free stream. Temperature of the fin becomes temperature of the outside fluid. So at x is equal to infinity, so if you substitute theta is equal to T minus T free stream. At x is equal to infinity, T becomes T free stream. So T free stream minus T free stream, 0. So at x is equal to infinity, T is equal to T free stream. At x is equal to infinity, theta is equal to 0. Substituting the boundary conditions in the equation, theta is equal to C1 e power mx plus C2 into e power minus mx. Then theta at x is equal to 0, theta is equal to theta naught. That is equal to e power 0 here e power minus 0 1 1. That's why at x is equal to 0, theta naught is equal to, at x is equal to 0, theta naught is equal to c1 plus c2, first equation. And at x is equal to infinity, then so theta is equal to 0. That's why 0 is equal to 0 is equal to c1 e power m into infinity plus c2 e power minus m infinity, and this e power minus m infinity becomes 0. Then c1 into e power infinity plus 0 is equal to 0. From this, you can get the c1 is equal to 0. So that's why, so if you substitute here c1 is equal to 0, whatever c2 value, you have to find out the constant c1 and c2. That is our aim. What is our aim in this? You have to find out the constant c1 and c2. So c1 0 from this relation. So c1 from the second boundary condition, c1 is equal to 0. Substitute that c1 here in this equation. The c2 is equal to c1 0, c2 is equal to theta naught. C2 is equal to theta naught. Now what is our equation now? Theta is equal to, so theta is equal to c1 e power mx plus c2 e power minus mx. But c1 0. That's why theta is equal to c2 value theta naught. That's why theta is theta naught into e power minus mx. But what is theta? We have assumed that as theta is equal to t minus t free stream. Theta is equal to t minus t free stream is equal to theta naught. T naught minus t free stream into e power minus mx. Okay. So this is a temperature distribution equation. R of T. So variation of temperature T along the length of the fin. X is equal to 0 to x is equal to L. So variation of temperature. So T is a variable here. So this is a temperature distribution equation. T minus T free stream is equal to T minus T free stream is equal to T naught minus T free stream into e power minus mx. Therefore, from this relation, the temperature distribution along the length of the fin, temperature distribution equation along the length of the fin is from this relation T minus T free stream divided by T naught minus T free stream is equal to e power minus mx. So this is very, very important. Sometimes you will getting, so derive the temperature distribution equation for a lengthy fin. For a lengthy fin, very, very important. Very, very important. Temperature distribution equation for a lengthy fin. T minus T free stream divided by T naught minus T free stream is equal to e power minus mx. T temperature at any value of x. T free stream temperature of the fluid, surrounding fluid. T naught temperature at the base of the fin. Exponential function e minus m root of square root of hp by ka. How do you calculate m? Root of hp by ka into x, any given value of x. So that is the temperature distribution equation. Once you got the temperature distribution equation, how do you calculate heat flow rate through the fin? Q fin. This is Q fin only. Heat flow rate through the fin, Q fin. How do you calculate? Q fin is equal to, so you calculate the heat transfer rate when x is varying from x is equal to 0 to x is equal to infinity. Lengthy fin, very, very, very lengthy. That is infinite fin. Infinite fin. When the fin is very long, infinite fin. So x value varies from 0 to infinity, and HA delta T, convection transfer. We are considering convection transfer by Q fin, Q convection. You can take convection also, but so to have easy equation for heat transfer rate coming out from the fin. So convection heat transfer from x is equal to 0 to x is equal to infinity, integral Q fin is equal to integral 0 to infinity HA delta T. H area perimeter into dx, T into dx, delta T variation of temperature at any area of x T. T minus outside convective environment. So air, air or any other fluid. The temperature of fluid T free stream. Temperature of the fluid T free stream. That's why. So how do we calculate heat flow rate through the long fin? Integral 0 to infinity h into p into dx into t minus t free stream. Integral 0 to infinity h for given value of h for given perimeter p. But what is t minus t free stream? From this relation, t minus t free stream is equal to t naught minus t free stream. T minus t free stream is equal to t naught minus t free stream into e power minus mx. That's why hp into the t minus t free stream you can substitute as t naught minus t free stream into e power minus mx into dx. This dx into dx. So integration, integral of 0 to infinity hp t minus t free stream into e power minus mx dx. So take out hp for a given value of h for given perimeter p, t naught minus t free stream constant, t naught minus t free stream constant, integral 0 to infinity e power minus mx dx. So hp t naught minus t free stream integral of e power minus mx, e power minus mx by minus m, e power minus mx by minus m. So minus 1 by m into e power minus mx from the limits 0 to infinity. So hp into t naught minus t free stream into minus 1 by m into e power minus m infinity minus e power minus m into 0. So e power minus m infinity, e power infinity, that is 0 minus e power 0 1. That's why minus 1 by m into minus 1. All of you listen very carefully. Minus 1 by m into minus 1. That's why this equation becomes, so heat transfer rate Q through the fin, Q fin is equal to hp into t minus, hp into t naught minus t free stream into 1 by m. That is equal to hp into t naught minus t free stream into 1 by m value root hp by ka. Root hp by ka. Then if you take the ka top into square root of ka by hp. Here hp is there, in the here within the root hp is there. That's why square root of hp. Square root hp, here hp. That this becomes square root hp. Square root hp, here square root ka. That's why square root of hp ka into t naught minus t free stream. So like that you can calculate temperature distribution for lengthy fin. This is a temperature distribution for lengthy fin. This is a heat transfer rate through the fin, heat transfer through the fin, q fin, root hp ka into t naught minus t free stream. Very, very important. These two derivations are very, very important. You may supposed to solve problems and you have derived these two equations. Root hp k into t naught minus t free stream. There are q fin, heat transfer rate through the fin, root hp ka into t naught minus t free stream. So conductivity transfer, perimeter, thermal conductivity, surface area, T naught temperature at the base, T free stream temperature of the surrounding fluid. So like that, for the long fin analysis, it is evident that the temperature falls toward the tip of the fin. Thus the area near the fin tip is not utilized to the extent as the lateral area near the base. Hence, beyond a certain point, the increase in the length of the fin does not contribute much in respect of increase in the dissipation of heat. Consequently, a tapered fin is considered to be a better design. A tapered fin is considered to be a better design since its lateral area is much near the base where temperature difference is high. So that's why, so to have, so if you are increasing the length of the fin, so heat dissipation may not be that much. That's why, so to some extent, okay, you can increase the length of the pin, but after certain length, you cannot increase further. At that instance, you're supposed to, instead of rectangular pin, you can go for a tapered pin. You can go for a tapered pin. Okay, that's all for today. So in this class, we have derived two important equations. What are those? So temperature distribution equation, temperature distribution equation, temperature distribution equation for lengthy pin, temperature distribution equation for lengthy pin, T minus T3 stream divided by T0 minus T3 stream is equal to e power minus mx. And convective heat transfer through the pin, Q pin, heat transfer through the pin, Q pin is equal to root HPKA into T0 minus T3 stream. These two derivations are very, very important. All of you practice these two derivations. And so tomorrow we will solve problems on this. All of you listen very carefully. All of you read this. I will keep this in the group, this PDF. All of you practice the derivations. Tomorrow we will solve problems on this. Tomorrow solve problems. That's all for today. Any doubt? Any doubt? If there are no doubt, I will close today.